Why are thousands of Western men flying halfway across the world just to act like kings in countries they barely understand? They call themselves passport bros, men escaping the West for a so-called better life in Southeast Asia. But their version of better is built on cheap rent, cheap food, and cheaper intentions. In places like Thailand and the Philippines, they brag about living on $500 a month, praise the women for being more traditional, and talk about escaping feminism as if that gives them a free pass to treat others however they want. But this isn't harmless. In cities like Chiang Mai and Pattaya, local communities are starting to notice. Rent is rising, culture is being diluted, and women are being targeted, not respected. What started as digital nomad escapism has turned into something darker, entitlement masked as lifestyle. And the worst part? Many of them think they're helping. They film temples like props, treat relationships like transactions, and speak to locals like their customer service. I'm GreyBTC. In the last 10 years, I've traveled to over 40 countries, and I've seen both the good and the ugly of what travel can become. In this video, we're diving into a growing movement that's quietly reshaping Asia and, not in a good way. This is the real story of how cheap passport bros are destroying entire communities, one vlog, one apartment, and one Tinder match at a time. If you care about real stories, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's dig deeper.
This is 200,000 dong. It's worth about $8.50, meaning you need to have $42 to be a millionaire in Vietnam.
The $1 beer illusion. They call it paradise on a budget, a place where the beers are $1, the beaches are free, and for some foreign men, respect is optional. In Thailand, cheap travel and lenient visa policies have made it one of the most accessible countries for digital nomads and budget-seeking expats. But beneath the Instagram filters and massage parlor vlogs, a darker reality is starting to show. Many of these so-called passport bros aren't just visiting, they're relocating.
I'm extending his visa so he can't leave me.
Exploiting the low cost of living and local dating culture in ways that leave entire communities feeling used. Some openly boast online about how little money they need to live, like kings. But kings of what exactly? In Bangkok's clubs, in Pattaya's alleyways, and in Chiang Mai's coffee shops, you'll hear it. Foreign men mock Thai culture, objectify women, and treat the locals as background characters in their personal travel movie. The price of living cheaply in another country shouldn't be paid in dignity, yet many of these men seem to think a plane ticket entitles them to anything they want. And this isn't just Thailand. The same patterns are showing up in Vietnam, Cambodia, and the Philippines, where communities are being reshaped not by development or diplomacy, but by TikTok clout chasers and YouTube bro vloggers bragging about their easy life abroad. The dating culture takeover. Following the illusion of cheap paradise and accessible romance, a more troubling reality begins to surface that reveals how these men aren't just bypassing Western dating norms, but actively reshaping, and in many cases, disrespecting, the cultures they enter. Across Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines, the pattern is alarmingly consistent. Many of these passport bros arrive with limited means, chasing viral fantasies and YouTube travel guides that sell a dream of exotic, submissive women and cheap living. The result? Local dating culture begins to erode. In Chiang Mai, women have spoken out about being approached by men who treat them like products on a shelf offering, minimal effort, no language learning, no understanding of local customs, and no real respect. In Pattaya, footage shows men proposing to women on scooters, not as a romantic gesture, but as part of a TikTok stunt. One video even shows a man demanding his date pay for lunch, insisting that he's providing an opportunity by just being there. It's not just disrespectful, it's dehumanizing. Many locals are pushing back. Some women have taken to social media to call out the performative dating, the infantilization, the casual objectification. In one viral clip, a Thai woman said, "We are not here for your rescue fantasy. We are not props for your YouTube channel." But the numbers don't lie. In cities like Bangkok and Cebu, dating apps show a sudden imbalance foreign men dominating platforms with copy-paste bios and superficial offers, crowding out local men and destabilizing long-standing social expectations. And all of this raises a question. If these men didn't feel respected in their home countries, why is their answer to travel abroad and offer even less respect in return? I've been to more than 40 countries, but there's something about Asia that always pulls me back. The kindness of strangers, the smell of street food at dusk, the temples glowing at sunrise. In every city, every village, you feel this quiet dignity, a culture that values respect, community, and calm. And the people? Some of the warm-hearted and most tolerant people I've ever met. But the more I traveled, the more I started to notice something that didn't belong. It wasn't just the crowds of tourists or the endless scooters, it was the attitude, the entitlement. Western men are mostly broke and bitter, showing up in countries they barely understand, bragging about how cheap everything is, talking down to locals, filming women without consent, and treating cultural boundaries like punchlines. You'll hear them say, "This is why I left the West," but what they don't say is that they brought the worst of it with them. They flaunt their foreignness like it's a weapon, proposing on scooters for clicks, making videos, mocking local customs, and shouting at vendors over pocket change. And everywhere you can feel the undercurrent, a quiet frustration growing among the locals. Because this isn't tourism, this is extraction. These passport bros are not discovering Asia, they're disrespecting it. I travel because I respect. I explore because I want to understand. And as someone who built his life on movement and freedom, I have to say what I've seen from some of these men is shameful. Asia doesn't owe you anything. You are a guest. And if you can't show gratitude, maybe you shouldn't be here at all. Asia is beautiful. Its cultures are rich. Its people deserve better. Let's not destroy it for views. This is GreyBTC. If you're still watching, thank you. Like the video, subscribe, and follow for more stories that actually matter.